Looking forward to racing in the Eastern Cape again on Monday, out of our normal time slot, but starting the week off with us. And we'll be racing on the turf again, 8 carded races to look forward to. Bit of a tricky start as far as the first 2 races are concerned. We have a lot of unraced juveniles taking to the turf, and we're going to have to sift through trainer comments as well as perhaps keep an eye on the betting to see where we're going there. As far as the first race is concerned, I am sticking with one of the raced runners in the maiden juvenile fillies plate, and that is number 10, Sound Check. 2 runs to date, 3rd in both. She's had excuses, and you've got to feel that if she can put it all together, yeah, she got the experience to count on here, and she could come away in that number 1 box. Number 7, Jungle Promise, is also a horse that's got a run under the belt, and it may not catch the eye, but the yard do say she needed it, and they are expecting major improvement, so do take note of that, and I think she could find the frame. That is a Smith runner, and for 3rd I also look to the Smith yard, the likes of number 9, Sheba Darling, who is having her first start, and Gavin Smith does say that the Noble Tune filly is a nice filly, and if not too green, does have a money chance. On to race 2, another juvenile plate, also a open maiden, so the fillies can take on the boys here, and they'll be racing over 1200 meters. Here, horse number 11 catches the eye for me, also a raced individual, Zach Pack Assassin. He showed huge improvement from first run to second, and you have to think even slight improvement from there will see him be able to have a winning chance. For 2nd, number 7, Safari Blue, is a What a Winter colt having his first run from the Gavin Smith yard, and I've elected to go with him. As far as the trainer comments are concerned, Gavin does battle to split his runners in that race, but I do think that perhaps breeding suggests that he could have a bit of enjoy a bit of a sprint. Race 4, Jean Paul from the Sharon Cotson yard, should have run earlier, our trainer comments, but unfortunately had a setback. Is expected to enjoy the 1200, and if not too green, will run a decent race, so factor that one in. I will say again though, keep your eye on the betting as far as those 2 races are concerned. It's a very hard start with not much form to go on. Race 3 is the maiden plate over the mile trip. 382 are my numbers here, and I'm taking a chance on Cyclops Jack, one of the lesser fancied runners here. I just really like the way that he's been finishing his races over shorter. He will need luck in the running, as his name suggests. He only has the 1 eye, and unfortunately it's not on the rail side, so he could be green on the bend. For 2nd, number 8, Big Splash, is a horse that did exactly that. He made a big splash on local debut and ran a much improved race when finishing in 3rd behind Bezos, who was a Johan Janssen van Vuren trained winner that day. So Big Splash, yard think that he has come on from that. Definitely think he's going to be challenging for victory. Number 2, Shades of Blue. A little bit erratic in his recent starts, but his better runs do suggest that he can get a look in. Race 4 is a fillies and mares 70 handicap over the 2000 meter trip. I think this is a very, very open field. I'm going with numbers 5, La Duchesse, 2, Aryan Express, and 3, Mayfern, but I do think there's cases to be made for the majority of the remainder of the runners. La Duchesse is a horse that still has to prove herself on the turf, but the way she's been running on lately on the poly, I do think that having her first local grass start, she can be thereabouts. She's met a few fair sorts, including the likes of Santa Teresa, the recent Breeders' Guineas listed race winner, Sao Paulo, Green Dragon, etc. Those type of runs give her the credentials to win here. Number 2, Aryan Express, bit of a flat run last time out, but couldn't fault her previous 3 runs, all having ended in the winner's box. Look for better from her. And we saw the best of Mayfern last time out. She's improved well since on the grass here in the Eastern Cape, a good winner, and the yard do mark her as having a chance again. Race 5 is the second split of race 4, so it'll be over the 2000 meter trip. That race was split races 4 and 5, so again a fillies and mares 70 handicap here. Here though, number 4 does stand out for me, and that is Wings of Fire. I'm tipping her for the win ahead of numbers 5, Canna, and 3, Princess of Fire. Now, Wings of Fire, she's a lightly raced 3-year-old, 5 starts to date, and she's really done well since making her way to the Eastern Cape, where she's had 2 starts, and on local debut left the maidens with ease, beating the boys, and followed up with a very smart 3rd behind Santa Teresa last time out. And considering Santa Teresa's recent performance, that run is certainly one that catches the eye. I do make her a big runner. Canna is a horse that is better than her last start. Best disregard. The form prior to that was really strong, and I do think she'll be making claims as far as the first 3 are concerned. Number 3, Princess of Fire. Her last 2 runs have been over 1400 and the mile. They've been fair runs, but I think we can expect a lot better up to 2000, much more. Her trip, she'll get a lot closer. Race 6, merit rated 86, handicap over 1400 meters. This is a lovely field. We've got some fantastic form, and I'm hoping that number 1, Broadside, can top it all. I also have a lot of respect for number 5, Sailing Lizard, who I'm tipping in second, and in third, number 3, Beethoven. Broadside's had the 3 starts in the Eastern Cape so far for a win. His latest 2 runs, a second in both. You've got to feel a little bit unlucky, and I do think he's going to love the step up to the 1400. He's a good finisher, and I think he can make claims for victory here. Number 5, Sailing Lizard, romped to victory last time out when beating Nippy Sweetie by 5 1/4 lengths to win, having his first start on the PE Poly. He is on turf here and now starting for trainer Gavin Smith, but a good run is expected, and I do think on that very, very positive win last time out, he must be respected. Number 3, Beethoven, always there and thereabouts. He really is an honest performer and once again should make his presence felt. On to race 7, a Feliz Mes 96 handicap. They're doing their stuff over the sprinting trip of 1000 meters, and it's a field where number 1, Fly My Flag, really does catch the eye. She's definitely an above average individual, Kirari filly from the Sharon Kotzen yard, and in her last 2 runs has given good accounts of herself against stronger male opposition. In saying that, she's got the weight to carry, and she's not the biggest of fillies. She is a clear-cut top weight, and as we know, that can be a dangerous thing. I will stick with her for the win, though. I do think she's got the class, and I'm tipping her to beat number 4, Vodka Lime, who will enjoy being back in trip to the 1000-meter distance, and number 3, Scented Garden, who is better than her last start. Last of the afternoon is race 8. We finish up over the 1000-meter trip, and again a horse that stands out, number 1, Teve. He really ran an absolute cracker behind Varsity Bourbon last time out. It's a form line that has stood up time and time again, and should he reproduce that run, which was over course and distance, he will be very hard to beat. As far as the placings are concerned, I think horses to respect, number 8, Mojito Magic, who was a good winner last time out, and although cutting back in trip here to 1000 meters does show the pace in a race to be able to do so. I also think a horse like number 11, Derry, who's been running some fair races of recent, can get closer, so I have included him. PA gets underway in race 2, which is the All-to-Come Maiden Juvenile Plate, and I have discussed how this could be a bit tricky because we've got a lack of form to go on. I am leading here with a raced runner though, and in the way of Zach Pack Assassin, he's got to go in, and I have bolstered him with the likes of number 3, First Rain, who also has some racing experience, number 4, Jean Paul, who had some positive trainer comments regarding him, as well as number 7, Safari Blue. So I will go in with 4 horses in the first leg of the PA. On to the second leg, and here my numbers are 2, 3, and 8. They are horses that I have discussed in my breakdown of the first 3 picks selections for me for race 3, and those horses are Shades of Blue, Cyclops Jack, and Big Splash. Moving on to race 4, 2, 3, 5, and 7. I do think that this is a very open race. I have elected to go a little bit wider. Arian Express, a bit of a flat run last time out. Expect better from her. Mayfern was a good winner, and another good run is expected from her, so I'm including her. I think that La Duchesse has met stronger than what she does here, and if she takes to grass, she'll run well. That's horse number 5. And a horse like number 7, Clover Club, ran a really promising post-maiden last time out, and I do think if she follows up there, she can get a look in as well. 2 horses go in as far as leg 4 is concerned here. I really do think that Wings of Fire, horse number 4, is going to really make her presence felt, and I have backed her up, hoping to go through twice with number 5, Canna. Race 6 will see me banker the likes of number 1, Broadside. I do have a lot of respect for the form in this race. There are quite a few with some decent qualifications coming in here, but I do think that Broadside on the form he's running to shouldn't miss the first 3. Race 7, the fillies and mares sprint over 1,000 meters, and here I have gone in with 2 runners as well. The top weight and standout class horse number 1, Fly My Flag. I do think that number 4, Vodka Lime, will show a lot more cheek back to 1,000, so I won't be leaving her out. Last of the day, not always the greatest place to take a chance, but I do think it's warranted here, and number 1, Teve, will be my banker in the PA. I do think that his recent form is standout behind both Magic Sailor and Varsity Bourbon. On to the pick 6, and pick 6 with 8 carded races. We'll start in race 3. These maiden races, when they are so open, can often throw up any type of result, and I have gone in here with 5 horses, all of 1, 2, 3, 7 and 8. Homer Fidget, Shades of Blue, Cyclops Jack, Jack's Way, who I think trying blinkers could show improvement, as well as trying a little bit further, and Big Splash, that's horse number 8. Very open field in race 4. Once again, I've elected to take no prisoners. I'm not taking any chances, and I am going field. We've got the 11 horses there, so we'll be well covered in what looks to be an open event. Race 5, and here my headliner, of course, is Wings of Fire. Just in case, I have bolstered her with the likes of Princess of Fire, Canna, and horse number 10, What a Thrill. As far as race 6 is concerned, again, a lot of respect for the form that is reflected by the runners in this race, but I am hoping that Broadside will be good enough to banker, to find that winner's box, and I'm taking a chance on him. So Broadside, horse number 1, is a banker for me. Race 7, and I respect number 1, Fly My Flag, very much, but I am concerned that she's a small filly with a big weight to carry, and once you look beyond her, this race really opens up. As a result, I have made her my first selection, but have also included horses 3, Scented Garden, 4, Vodka Lime, 5, Dive Captain, 6, Mendocino, and number 9, Sugar Gum. And again, not always the easiest play to make, but I have banked in the last leg of the pick 6 with number 1, Teve, who is a horse that stands out for me. As far as the jackpot is concerned, I have mirrored the middle legs of the pick 6, so if you follow that, it will read exactly the same as those races, legs 2, 3, 4 and 5 of the pick 6. As far as my best bet and value bet are concerned, I'm sure by now you've realized that Teve is a horse that does stand out for me on the card. So my best bet will be in race 8, number 1, Teve. My value, I'm hoping that Cyclops Jack has a lot of luck and he makes his way around the bend safely. He is my value, race 3, number 3, Cyclops Jack. Hope you have a fantastic day's racing in the Eastern Cape, and that you come away lucky.